You have this crazy story out of Florida about a 10-year-old boy that was suspended from his elementary school and actually faces the charges of misdemeanor battery after he was accused of inappropriately touching a school counselor during a hug, according to an allegation his family denies. Now, the counselor at Holly Hill School in Volusia County alleged that she was visiting a classroom on October 24th to discuss something when a fourth grader approached her for a hug. And say, according to a police report, and a copy of his suspension letter was provided to his family's attorneys. Now, this woman says she turned sideways to give a side hug. You say, and the child put one arm on her shoulder and the other hand reached around and grabbed her left breast. Oh my God. A child that wasn't even trying to do something like that. But let's continue with this story because black folk, I hate that public school system because this is what they always try to do to criminalize our children. They say the counselor said that she removed his hand, and he walked away. Okay, he said the police, they say, were called to the school in reference. It said to an alleged battery, and now the child faces a charge of misdemeanor battery. A child. These people, like I said, aren't fit to be educating our children. Now, according to the police report, it said he hasn't actually been charged for it. Now, the lawyers representing the boy's family, said he has been falsely accused. They further said the school never properly investigated the incident and suspended the child for 10 school days despite his, denying the claims. They say he was allowed to return to school on Tuesday. And say Volusia County Schools declined to comment on the incident. Now, the grandparents said, my grandson has been accused of something and then punished before the facts. They said, we will not stand for it. That's what, the grandfather has said to NBC News. Now, they said the 10-year-old's teacher was in the room during the alleged incident, but did not witness what happened, according to the police reports. Oh, we got another Emmett Till situation going on? A white woman accusing a black child? Now, they say the police report said the suspension letter, it stated that the teacher called the fourth grader over to discuss what happened, but he began to yell and the front office was called to remove him from the classroom. Yeah, you being accused of something you did not do. They're lying on you. So yes, you can get kind of animated, but any little thing that how we respond as black people is criminalized. I believe that's a lie. I think the boy just said, man, I didn't do that. Like, what are you talking about? You understand? So they say the assistant principal called his grandmother to tell her what had happened and to inform her of the suspension. They say the child's family disputed the counselor's version of events. It say attorney Rossi Williams said the boy says it was the counselor who initiated the hug. Say all he did was go up to hug her. It was nothing more than that for him. It say he went back to his desk, talked with his other football playmates. Say the next thing he knew, the teacher calls him up and accused him of having groped the lady. It said this child, it said denied it, but even with him denying it, they still suspended him. They called the police. It said the counselor still told the police that she wanted to pursue criminal battery charges against a 10-year-old. My God, these people, man, these people, Jesus Christ. Now, according to attorney Frank T. Allen, who is also representing the family, said the family believes racism was at play. And said the child's father said the incident was reminiscent of Emmett Till, the boy 14 years old who was tortured and deleted by two white men in 1955 after a white woman accused him of making improper advances. They say the child is black and the counselor is white. They said it exacerbates, they say, the stereotypes of black men and how they react around women and white women. According to his attorney, it's saying for her to go and do that and excoriate this child with these baseless accusations, this is going to have a long-term effect on him and how he interacts with people. Now, they say the incident left the child fearful about returning to school. His grandmother said the family is demanding the counselor's firing. They say appealing the suspension and requesting that no charges be filed against the little boy in juvenile court. This is sick, ladies and gentlemen. This is sick. Because to me, it sounds like that woman's a pervert. Straight up pervert. And we know women like her. How many stories have we seen over and over and over and over again women like her is always getting criminal charges and said put on them for fooling with children in school. I'm looking at her as the pervert, not him. But this is what they're trying to, do to our children. This is why our children are in danger in public school when it's controlled by them. They are in danger. If you are in a public school and you live in a city that's mostly black people, okay, maybe depends on the school itself. But we put our kids in these schools, especially black boys, they're always trying to criminalize them. If you can put your child in the school ran by black people, that's great. But if not, sometimes if you can do this, homeschool them. Because at least at homeschool, and everybody was doing that during the time of the pandemic, you was homeschooling them and they was removed from all those issues and problems. And some of those children started doing even better because of that. These people I told you before aren't fit to be teaching and being over our precious children because they can't stand our children because of the white supremacy that's in them. But let me know what y'all think about, this story with this child. Like I say, this is ridiculous. Don't make any sense.